All right, back with you on the Bronx Buzz. This is when we switch gears and really have some fun. We're going to talk to very, very talented Bronx people and a brand new project. So let's talk to director and writer Jalen Presley. Nice to have you with us, Mr. Presley.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me on.
And an actor named, let's get it right, Charlie O. Smith. Nice to have you with us, Charlie.
Charlie Q. Smith.
Charlie Q. I guess I need to put my glasses on. Nonetheless, nice to have you with us, Charlie. Nice to see you. Jalen, let's just, we're going to talk about Divided, which is the new series that you're working on.
Yes.
But a little bit just about you. So you have done a number of things. You had another, I'm guessing there were some forks in the road that you could have made some decisions, but you said, I want to do independent filmmaking. Why? Some people would say,
sure.
are you out of your mind? But
I'm not
others would
sure.
say, I get it. So where are you at?
Something like I always tell myself, trying to be a filmmaker, it's definitely a marathon, not a sprint. So, I just always try to tell myself to just stay in the race, So my passion for filmmaking started a long time ago, back when I was a little kid, and then I went to Hunter College and I got my BA in film, and from there, the passion just grew day by day. So, it's kind of hard, the independent filmmaker to get funding and things of that nature. But once I do, I'm able to tell great stories and work with great people like Charlie. So, it's an everyday struggle, but I'm in the fight and I love it.
What is the subject matter that drives you? What are the stories that you want to tell?
That's a great question, man. I truly just think it's me. Just I kind of always tell myself to stay humble and take everybody's experience with a grain of salt. Everybody's perspective is different, so I'm really inspired by just day by day people. With my line of work, I work in law enforcement as well, so I get a different perspective with people every day. Everybody comes across with different stories, and so I'm really just inspired by just people. To be honest with you, I'm not sure if that's the perfect answer, but I think everybody has a story, so that's kind of what inspires me.
I got to tell you, I ask people who are filmmakers and documentary makers and who work in the Bronx. There are worlds here in our buildings, in our homes that nobody knows about. They
Great,
don't know who we are. They don't know what
right,
we're
100%,
thinking. The media, the larger media than this media, presents us in some other way that who knows what they're
100%.
thinking, and they don't know how nice it is to live in a building with people, which is what I do with people from all over the world, and we all get along and we all respect each other and we all appreciate they just have no idea, and we struggle through all kinds of things. Believe me, we don't have
100%.
to do that. Anyway, Charlie, nice to have you with us. Talk to me a little bit about your experience, and you in a way are well traveled as kind of an acting student.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what motivates you, what got you to this point where you're in this series and you've got a lot of things going on.
Basically, prior to this, I grew up a dancer in New York City, and then an unfortunate injury to my knee.
Ooh.
I had to sort of pivot how I was going to express myself, and I tried doing things like the typical English and or psychology or whatever it is in school, but I couldn't stick to one thing. So the next best thing for me was, okay, well, what would allow me to do it all? And that I fell upon, acting. So it's like, all right, tomorrow I get to be a doctor, and the next day I can be a lawyer if I wanted to, and it allowed me to express myself in a way that that I needed, being an artist as a dancer anyway. So.
I'm hearing from both of you the same reason that I got into doing what I do. It's the only thing that made me feel like me. It's
Right,
like this
perfect, yeah.
is who I am. This is what I do. Maybe I could do better in some ways doing something else. And I'm hearing from both of you, of course, much younger than I am, but getting started. So let's talk about Divided now. You're working to raise funds. We all know that this goes on. It's part of the game, so to speak. Tell me what Divided is all about. I guess
So
that's for Jalen. Yeah.
yeah, so I wrote this project about almost a year ago, and so this project basically just tackles on the family dynamic and as well as addiction, gentrification, all of those factored into one. And the biggest thing I take away from this project is, I'm sure as us three on this panel, we all have a different perspective on what family truly is, and for everybody, family is different. And so I think we definitely see that in this picture because the idea of family is it changes so often throughout this short piece. And this is only 15 minutes, so we shot the first episode already, and we're trying to gather funding to shoot the next episode. But within the first episode, you can really see how family really has people questioning their motives.
We're going to show, a short clip, a really very short clip. Charlie, why is this a good role for you? Like, I don't know how many scripts you got to read or whatever, but when you saw it, presumably you said, "Oh, I can do this." What do you like about this role?
I think the thing that I liked about the script most was that there was a level of substance. There was what we actors like to call meat in the script, so it allowed.
And we viewers want to call it meat also. We'd rather not have it.
So it allowed for me
The fat.
there was substance, something for me to chew on. And then also I am the oldest of three. So
Uh-huh.
and I do have a much closer relationship with my youngest sibling. So there's it just fit basically.
Yeah, to me, in this 1 minute clip, you're going to see gets right into the dialogues that go on in our apartments and our homes in the Bronx all the time. So, do you want to set this up, Jalen? This 1 minute, it's very short,
Yeah.
but you see the quality of the production and you see the intensity of the actors right off the bat. So set it up so people watching will know exactly what we're looking
So this scene is between Charlie, she plays the lead, and Sharif, who plays the older brother. So this scene is between the two of them, and so Sharif has just discovered that Charlie has been keeping a secret away from him, and everybody knows that whoever has siblings, you hate when a sibling keeps a secret from them. So this is the part where really like the fulcrum, as they say in the film industry, the fulcrum is when there's a balance between the two actors, they start to have their back and forth, and you really get to, as Charlie would say, the meat of the bone in this scene, because they're not having it. They're both bulls in this scene. They're both fighting for what they want in this scene, and so I think we really get a glimpse of that right here.
All right, here we go. Your first look, my first look, well, not their first look, at a moment. It's literally 1 minute from Divided.
Oh, I'm not sharing my location with you. I'm on the highway. Love you. Bye. Justin, don't forget to put the money in the safe.
Don't you usually close up shop, boss?
Luz and I planned on grabbing dinner tonight, remember?
Yeah. Just like you two planned on keeping this from me? Ever since we were kids, you always acted as if you knew what was best. As if Dad put you in charge.
You don't think Dad is rolling over in his grave with the way you behave?
Oh, please. You were so far up Mom's trying to be her clone.
You would do anything to get their attention. It became pathetic. Dad, he used to hide out here just to get away from you.
Oh, please. He wanted away from all of us. You created this cloak around him.
No. Dad, he was running a business, something you know nothing about.
All right, there we go. Your first look at Divided. Look, I'm going to tell you straight out. The acting is fierce. There's something about it that makes me say, "Oh, I'd like to really see what the heck is going on." So you've teased us very well, and it's obviously shot beautifully. Where was it shot, Jalen? And just talk about the process of being out in the street, and it's not easy to do this.
Yeah, definitely. And like
Let me just tell you, and I know that if you want to just say, "Oh, let's shoot a scene in the subway," you've got about 3 months of bureaucracy
Yeah,
to
right.
get
Yeah,
your
100%.
camera down there.
Right. So, and even me, before, like I said, before being an independent filmmaker, I worked in TV production for about 3 years now. So, and I worked in locations department, so I know how hard it is to secure a location. But this film wasn't. So, let me backtrack a little bit. We shot a 15-page script in one day. Anybody who
Wow.
who works in film knows how difficult and how much of a hurdle that
Yeah.
is. So, we did all this in one day, and we did this all in one location. We, like they say, it's called movie magic. It was on one corner, pretending it was somewhere else, and on the next corner, pretending it was somewhere else. And I just want to thank my crew and cast for that. But this scene was shot at Dan's Toy Store, which is in City Island. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Dan's Toy Store.
Yeah. Oh, I
big shout
want to go
Dan.
back and look at it.
Yeah,
and,
he's a
check
great
that out.
guy, man. Dan is a
But
great,
before we
great
run
guy.
out of time, Charlie, just talk to me about your preparation as an actor for a scene like that. Do you have to walk around and look in the mirror and get mad in order to do it? Because to drum up the emotion, you got to do something. What do you do to get to that point?
So I don't necessarily have to walk around and get upset. I just have to I'm very much a circumstance of the script. So I have to pay attention to where I'm at and who I'm talking to. In that moment, it wasn't, I wasn't talking to Sharif. I was talking to my brother who's disrespecting my father, who's my idol. So it's just sticking to the actual the details of the script and what's occurring, and then also just allowing yourself to be present in the moment. And
Yeah.
I didn't like the way he was talking to me, so
I didn't like it either, but on the other hand, maybe he was making a point that was deep seated and deep rooted. This is what I know because I did not pass my acting class at Lehman College many years ago, but I know it's not a matter of pretending.
right,
It's a matter of, like you just said it, being in. You got to be that.
yes.
Otherwise it doesn't communicate, right?
Right, exactly. A lot of people think that when they say acting, you have to actually act, but it's not. It's just the statement's so overdone, but literally living truthfully in an imaginary circumstance. So,
Listen, Bronx people making good films, making things about our homes, making things about our lives. Respect and love for all you guys. Let's talk about now. So there's a Kickstarter page, right? That kind of, or there's one coming, that kind of thing. That's
Yeah.
how people can support. And do you have a time frame of when we're going to see it?
So the project now, we're in the works of trying to secure distribution for the project as well as on the film festival circuit. So it's just a waiting game on seeing
Great.
who gets the distribution as well as which festivals we get into. But there's definitely a vote within the next couple months where this project will be able to be seen from people's laptops, cell phones, any
Great.
streaming device that they want. They'll be able to see the project 100%.
Fantastic. Listen, we got to run. Jalen Presley, thank you so much. Charlie Q. Smith, nice to see you and nice to meet you. And we appreciate you being here. You have an open invitation to come on the Bronx Buzz and BronxNet to talk about your stuff, to show your films and promote. We want you to do great. We want you to win Oscar awards, and we'll go from there. All right.
Thank you so much. But one quick thing, I just wanted to say that if anybody wants to donate to the Kickstarter, it'll be under Divided miniseries under Jalen Presley. So
there you go. Look for Divided and Jalen Presley. You can find it. Listen, guys, thank you so much. You're just doing what we need.
Always a pleasure.
Yep, that's what we need to do. So that's it, folks. We will say good night to you, and we will see you next week on the Bronx Buzz. Have a good week. Stay safe. Love your neighbors. Kiss your kids, and we'll see you then. Good night.